Today is a very, very, very proud day for this mom of an 18-year-old son, my only child. Today, he went to the Village of Pleasant Prairie Village Hall to vote for the very first time. I texted him 5 times this morning, don't forget to vote, don't forget to vote, don't forget to vote, don't forget to vote. And he got up and he said, Mom, what do I need to bring with me? And I said, you need to bring your driver's license. You might want to bring your student ID as a backup. Because here in Wisconsin, we have voter registration right at the polls. It's so great. It's so easy. He didn't need to do it at school or ahead of time. He could just do it right there, right before he voted. And then he sent me a picture of himself with the I voted today sticker, and I put it in my favorites in my phone. Given the fact that 2/3 of students in this state can't read at grade level, and the statistics on math are about the same somewhere in there, I'm not sure I would trust our public schools to take over voter registration at this time. So you all know how much I love data. Let's talk about the data that supports AB 898. The Annenberg Constitution Day Civics Survey has been conducted annually since 2006. According to the 2023 edition, only 5% of adults knew their rights under the First Amendment. Only 1 in 10 surveyed knew that the First Amendment includes their right to petition the government. The survey results indicated that 34% participants did not know even the 3 branches of government, and 1 in 6 couldn't even name one branch of government. Annenberg's data also showed that 40% of participants reported not having civics education in high school. I thought we were doing it, though. The American Bar Association's 2023 annual survey of civic literacy revealed that 85% of participants believe that civility in America is worse today than it was 10 years ago. 50%, nearly 50% of UW students responding to the system-wide Campus Free Speech Survey in 2022 reported never having had classroom instruction on the First Amendment. Mr. Speaker, we have a problem. To cherish and protect our freedoms and rights, we must first know what those freedoms and rights actually are. To hold the government accountable, we must know how the 3 branches work to check each other. AB 898 takes a small step toward remedying these gaps in knowledge. In the public hearing, arguments against this bill claimed that Wisconsin is already doing this. Well, if that's the case, the data would reflect that. Clearly, it does not, Mr. Speaker. If that's also the case, then the vote on this bill should be unanimous, because if we're already doing it, it won't have any impact, fiscal or otherwise. Should be right on board here. The data is unacceptable on this topic, Mr. Speaker. Once again, as in math and reading, the data shows that Wisconsin is failing K-12 students in yet another critical subject area. An implied argument against this clearly necessary bill in the hearing, Mr. Speaker, was that it resembles legislation passed in another state, the state of Florida, a state that strongly supports parents' rights to demand positive educational outcomes. Often in the Education Committee, we hear that Wisconsin should look to other states for guidance. We heard it on all of the truancy bills. Yet earlier today, we heard that we shouldn't be looking to other states for guidance. I'm confused here. They say look to other states to see what is working. Look to other states for model legislation. Other states might know better, except, of course, apparently Florida. Are we afraid of doing too well, Mr. Speaker? Are we afraid to teach students about freedom, liberty, and patriotism? What might the result be? An informed electorate? Mr. Speaker, I maintain the position that the people of Wisconsin have a right to a return on their investment in public education. Parents most certainly have the right to demand better outcomes for their children. Specifically, this legislation requires that students come to understand their rights and responsibilities as citizens, as well as the foundations of those rights. The objective is for students to develop a sense of civic pride and an understanding how to participate in a government of the people, by the people, and for the people.